Okay, we are back with the rest of Loathing. Been playing as Stick Guy. And I think I already dealt with whatever was in that cave. So, let's see where else we could go. We got a circus, we got another gang that we could hunt down. These two, I think, are the main quests, so I'm kind of stalling to actually go to them. Let's hit up the circus. Oh, this is unusual. In this wooded area out in the middle of nowhere, a goblin has constructed a little lean-to with a rough wooden counter. It looks like some kind of kid would sell something a kid would sell lemonade out of. Except instead of lemonade, they got a display of shiny bits of jewelry. Hello, my fine human. Any good hello to you. Are you having interest in fine example of goblin jewelry craft? And we can talk to it because we learned goblin tongue. Did you yourself these to making? You look over the display of jewelry, which in usual goblin fashion is cobbled together from bits of scavenged materials. They're shiny materials though, and charming in an outsider art kind of way. Oh no, mine skill is to selling only. These I am buying from goblin artisans, and the savings to pass along to you, a customer. See, I could rob the goblin easily, but I want to do this fair. On closer inspection, most of the jewelry on offer is rubbish, but you do spot a few rings that are rather nice looking. The goblin notices your interest. Tough looking ring, sparkly ring, or elegant ring? Well, I'm a bit of a goblin myself, so I'm going with the sparkly ring. +6 mysticality in exchange for -4 muscle. That's not bad. It's fascinating to look at, but hurts to wear. I'll take it. We wouldn't have gotten that much stuff if we had robbed him, I bet. Looks like you found the circus those clowns were talking about. A circus that's like a clown hive. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus. There probably aren't many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or invasion force or anything. Still, since it turns out demonic clowns are a real thing, any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible so the clowning the ticket booth won't suspect you know his horrible secret. Whistle innocently. Well now, this whole clown situation might be a speck bigger than we thought. Kind of a lot of them, yeah. I ain't real enthused about going in there, but probably better see what they're up to, yeah. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby Bobby's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. How can I help you? I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring. Darn. I'd like to see the circus, please. Inside? Well, you came to the right place then. Hey, but if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. I just so happen to have one. Clown looks very surprised. What? How did you... well, great. Good for you. I'll just take that and stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partner's getting free. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. As nonchalantly as possible. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there doesn't seem to be more than a dozen or so. Which is good, in that if it means the clowns can't disappear you as easily if they figure out what you know. But on the other hand, if things go wrong here, innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. Got it. There's a piece of paper. Merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. So let's see, we got a sideshow, hot food, cold drinks, tepid candy. And there's someone selling balloons. Main stage. I'm guessing I need more moxie to do well there. Howdy. Howdy there, fella. Interest you in a toy balloon? How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Well, just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float round here. Oh. I'll take a balloon. It's just useless. Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Oh, well, what would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place is kind of set up out of the way. I haven't decided yet. That's why we sit down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around and get the lay of the land and all. Oh. Where'd you travel from? And was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwestish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Oh. Pretty sure they're talking about hell, but anyway. Welcome to the stream, Sib. Enjoy Mario Kart with a friend. Crush them, is what I mean by that, to be clear. Absolutely destroy them, even if it means ending the friendship. Nothing is more important than winning in Mario Kart. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, rodeos stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns just took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it's just become the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Oh! Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Oh, he's got an eye like a hawk. And he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. Okay, see you around, Clow. Aren't you on the other side of the midway just now? Oh, nope, that's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Did we fool you? He grins and gives a big, exaggerated wink. Anything else I can do for you? I'm good, thanks. There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. Okay, I'll let you know if I find it. Step right up, fellas, step right up. If I may say so, you've the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here that puts those faculties to the test. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep, eh? What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. You carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you, then he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Really? Hang on. Hang on. Before I do that. Okay, I have over 30 mysticality right now. I think that's enough for me to use the give it your all option. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as he can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. That, sir, is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. I wonder if I would have succeeded with a lower option. Let's see now. How much muscle can I get? That's a buff if I want more moxie. That gets me to 20 muscle. Hope. fella, this here game's a challenge of strength, and I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you might prefer one of the other games. If you care to try your luck, though, I certainly won't stop you. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit the lever. Under that bell, ring the bell and you win. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Clown takes your meat. The clown takes your meat and puts the big mallet on the counter. Good luck. Hit quite hard. Oh, so getting lower scores actually gets me other stuff. Well, now that was very close, not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today, and that's got to be worth something. Hands you a small teddy bear. Okay, so I'm guessing that if I get the... What's my mysticality right now? I got a small plush owl. Some moxie going. Wait, why have I been wearing the smoking chrysanthemum when the weirdly deformed bone is just linearly better? Plus muscle. Mysticality, moxie. Looks like the best moxie I can pull off at present is 17, which won't be enough for the secondary prize. Alright. Well, let's switch back to... my standard loadout. I'll miss the speed buff that ring was giving me, but honestly, the mysticality buff that gives is just excellent. Well... Red Hots, calls the clown behind this food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. Lost and found. The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him. Howdy, sir. Interest you in a hot footlong sausage? How much are they? $2.50 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, 2 kinds of ketchup. What kinds of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue mustard? Ah, looks like I'm all out of the blue, sorry. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, got both ketchup and catsup. What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make sausage out of? Regular pork or long pork? Clam gives you a long, chilly look. I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, sir. Truth be told, I don't know what the phrase long pork... Sib. No losing. That's not allowed. Are you remembering to use drifting and braking at the same time? Are you always keeping protection on you? Taking good lines on the track? Come on. You have to try hard in Mario Kart. You have to suck all of the fun out of this hilarious, chaotic game. What are they made of? I was wondering if you had a vegetarian option. Mister, this is a carnival, not a herbivore. You've been saving that one up, haven't you? For years. Thank you, sir. Well, I'm glad I could help him. I like this clown. Oh, the friend dropped an entire fire flower in your face. Nice. Are they actually a foot long? 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say... Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm just going to stop you right there, seeing as there's ladies and children present. You want one or not? I'd like to see the lost and found. Oh, sure thing. What do you lose? A lucky bottle cap. The clown pulls a wooden box out from under the counter and looks inside. Appears you're in luck. This one yours? He puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns his back to the grill for a moment. Hang on, I'm pretty sure I can just get everything. Nice. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds do you have? Do you make the drinks yourself? If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas in our traveling carnival, no. We stock up as we pass through large towns. What kinds do you have? I got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about cherry? Nope. What about strawberry? Nope. How about diet orange? Nope. How about cherry? Hey, Rafkin, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. How about cherry, strawberry, grapefruit, black cherry, iced tea, strawberry, black cherry, vanilla, grapefruit, cream soda, raspberry, cherry, raspberry, black cherry, lemon lime, plain tap water, orange cream, orange, vanilla, iced tea, strawberry, strawberry, orange, lemonade, rhubarb, vanilla, cola, iced tea, vanilla, cola, rhubarb, strawberry, grape, orange cream, diet celery. Diet celery. Lemonade. Diet key lime, cola, rhubarb, pomegranate, plain tap water, grapefruit, cherry, energy drink, strawberry, vanilla, celery, key lime, blue raspberry, grape, blue raspberry, celery, rhubarb, grape, lemon, lime, black cherry, pomegranate, energy drinks, black cherry, cream soda. What kinds do you have again? I got root beer, ginger, and ginger beer and sarsaparilla. How much are they? 205 meat. It's for the deposit on the bottle. Beer, ginger beer, or sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla is definitely the most fun sounding. Got a clown sausage. Step right up, fellas. Step right up and try one of the world's newest cotton candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word, spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams a kitten wishes for. So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No, cotton is indigestible no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, didn't you? How do you make it? Pat's a metal box with a wide funnel coming out the top. This little machine here can't tell you how it works. Much as I'd like to brag, it's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. Couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design, too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella. Secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. Be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much does it cost? Just 300 meat. I'll take one. Plus 3 speed for the rest of the day. The clown puts his slide whistle down on the paper on the counter, ducks underneath, and comes back up with a paper cone, which he holds in the mouth of the middle box. He pulls down a lever and the machine makes a thin squealing sound as glittery white spun sugar collects around the paper cone in a fluffy cloud. Here you go, enjoy. Aren't you on the other side of the midway just now? Okay, it really is just the same guy on both sides. Let's see the side show. What all do you have in here? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. I'm actually curious, how much meat do I have left? I've got a decent number of points, actually. You know what? Let's give Butterbean a buff. And it's tricky. Grit, gumption, glamour. You know what? I'm buying a lot. I probably should have spent on glamour beforehand, but oh well. Oh, my meat count is right up there at the top. 1892. Okay, so I'm still doing pretty good. Sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. The clown exhibit is hanging out in here. The clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a look around. Just remember, no touching. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown Eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Say, wait a minute, here's the egg for that balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of a snake without head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shell seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. I wonder if I will be able to take a closer look here once I beat the clowns here. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. Black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you, stretching his mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah! He got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to remove it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look at him, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Stick. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? Guess not. So this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Or understand, I mean. Were you born that way? Sorry, I guess that's a pretty personal question. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. It's sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remainings of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of his stool are bolted to the floor. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name's Douglas. Hi, I'm Stick. Delighted to meet you. So, well, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Stick, I am in a sideshow. After all, it's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you would expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How's that even possible? Douglas shrugs, holds up his pipe to the now back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in one body, with 2 faces. It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind, with, as you say, 2 faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds a magazine behind his back. It took some time getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in the sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world. You meet such interesting people. Later, Douglas. Hello. Oh there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting, she smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you something? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Stick, and nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Stick. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing you, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the front door of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? Some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around to the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, and saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take the compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examine her workings. He watched the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. Oh, so I got a buff to melee damage. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the crown. Yes. It's very nice to meet you, Janet. So long. Good luck, Stick. Oh my. So in this mirror, I'm short and squashed. In this mirror, I'm stretched out and thin. In this mirror, Shows me what I look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at me from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. I'm gonna talk to the balloon guy again. Earlier you told me there's another clown with the same face paint. That's right, the other balloon seller. Except I looked at the clown eggs display in the sideshow. There's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposedly taboo for a clown to use another clown's makeup. Say, you're a real shot. Better watch out you don't cut yourself. So what's the deal? You're right, there's just me. I walk around Midway and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them. So, you're not actually following me around? Why would I need to do that? You aren't dangerous or anything, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? I'm good, thanks. I'm more concerned than anyone else here at the sideshow, the clowns included. Anyway, this extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Let's talk to him. Clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. Stage show until later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. Huh. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do here for the moment. You know what? Let's go take on another gang. Grab some disposable binoculars. Smells like some kind of trick. Better keep your eyes peeled. No entry into the bar. Visiting hours are over at the jail. Bar's closed for piano repairs. Hostler's on vacation. Hang on, I didn't read all of that. Get away from me. Place is condemned, it's not safe in there. Bandit looks distraught. What's the matter, buddy? I lost my belt buckle. Did you look near the bar? Did you look near the jail? Good luck with that. Town hall for an actual town. And apparently it's haunted. Did you look near the bar? Oh, good idea. I'll look there. I'm surprised to find this genuine town all the way out here. Did you look near the jail? Did you look near the hostlers? Did you look near the sandwich shop? What about near the town hall? Okay, I guess he's looked everywhere. You duck into the outhouse to plan your next move. While you're pondering, you notice there's something weird. This outhouse has a back door. Leave through the back door. And we're at the back side of the hideout. Got a hefty load. This is the back of the jail. Turns out it's just a flat plywood theatrical set. The ropes that are holding this thing up don't look very strong. You could knock it over pretty easily, but you should probably hold off until just the right moment. Okay, I know the right moment. If you look near the jail, visiting hours are over. Okay, we got them all in position to get the whole thing knocked down on top of them. I wish I could do something with that TNT, but I reckon I need a blasting cap. Cut the ropes. And I roll down the way at them. The gang is knocked out. You can arrest them now if you want. Take them to Dirtwater. Get 1,000 meat and 48 XP. Say, that's the Potemkin gang. How'd you get them? Pushed to jail over on them. What? Never mind. So we got the ones that we just kind of tricked and locked in their house. We got the ones that we got captured by a spider. The ones that we tipped a jail onto. I can't even remember what we did for that last one. The poster says, wanted, the Gherkin brothers for kidnapping, brine and kidnapping victims, and attempted sale of human flesh for consumption. Last seen headed for the old abandoned pickle factory. Can't let these dastardly criminals escape justice. It wouldn't be kosher. Mark the old pickle factory on your map. Hopefully chasing them down won't get you into a real, you know. Let's visit an abandoned pickle factory. Abandoned pickle factory. As the trail curves through a patch of marshy ground, you catch a whiff of something worse than swamp gas. It's a stank bove, a cow skull floating in a cloud of noxious vapors, and it saw you even before you smelled it. Attack it. Okay, well, let's throw up a beam shield. Summon a golem. And then grinning skull. And we'll shoot it. Oh, dang. Cow fangs and an infernal soul fragment. Susie carves another notch in the stock of her rifle. Cow hate flashes in her eyes. Her resolve intensifies. Susie has become stronger. Haunted Pickle Factory. Oh, Haunted Pickle Factory. Gotcha. Huh. If those bandits hold up in there, then I expect we heard the last of them. What do you mean? Folks say this old pickle factory's haunted, and not just a little bit. Oh, spooky. Gretchen Lass. She was very, very terrible. Pepperoni mold growing out of the grave. There's a part of me that wishes I had gone for foraging instead of lockpicking, but lockpicking is still pretty good. Oh no, you're late for your shift. Mrs. Glass is gonna be so mad. She might literally bite your head off. Okay, well, not literally. Probably. Quick, get suited up. You clock in and hurriedly put on your bright green coveralls. Mrs. Glass, as predicted, is furious. Late again? You better stop taking this job for granted. You think you're gonna find a place with a nice dormitory and a reasonably priced company store like ours somewhere else? With your skills? Ha! You're doing 3 shifts today, Buster. Get to work on your pickle hopper duty. Start your shift. Pickle hopper duty runs you ragged like always. Keeping the hoppers filled to keep a constant flow down the chutes means you're constantly at a near sprint because you have to manage the cuke shunts to keep the levels equal. If you get uneven pickle levels, Mrs. Glass knows. Nobody knows how she knows, but she knows. And a whack from her cane is the minimum you get. At the end of the first 6-hour shift, you get a brief break. You cram a stale cheese sandwich into your mouth while Mrs. Glass glares at her pocket watch, counting down 3 minutes to the second. Break's over. Second shift. You get over to the salt tank now. Managing the salt tank isn't as strenuous as the pickle hoppers, but it's still a never-ending tension. The brine concentration has to be constantly monitored and kept at very specific measurement, which means constant adjustments. Meanwhile, if you can feel yourself desiccating from the haze of salt and dust that fills the room. If anything in this place kills you, it's probably going to be salt tank duty. White lung is a nasty business. Cough on your own time and get that salinity back to normal. It's supposed to be 976 parts per thousand. How hard is that to remember? 976, idiot. Please let me out of here. You get another 180-second break before third shift. You spend most of it drinking water. The company doesn't charge for water, but you've heard a rumor they're considering it. Break's over. Get to the boiler. Oh no, please let me out. Please. Boiler duty means shoveling coal into a furnace that runs a giant tank of boiling vinegar. It stinks in here. You've tried to work with your eyes closed, but Mrs. Glass screams if you drop any coal on the floor. Or if you let the temperature get too low, or too high, or just for no particular reason. At least you're used to the smell of boiling vinegar. In fact, you can't smell anything anymore. 190 degrees, idiot. Not 189, not 191. What do you think we pay you for? You don't really miss your sense of smell, or not coughing all the time. You don't really want anything anymore, except to die. With a gasp, you finally snap out of the horrible hallucination or possession or whatever the heck that was. Geez, you can still feel the sting of vinegar vapor in your eyes. Enter the pickle factory. Cukes, salt, and vinegar. It says factory activation lever. Oh, hang on. I think I needed to remember what they were saying. 10, 12. Okay, so I think what happens is that I increase one by one, it increases the other two. Okay, hang on, let me double check this. If I pull Hopper 2, if I pull the thing for number 2, Hopper 1 gets one less, Hopper 2 gets 2 more, and Hopper 3 gets 2 less. If I pull the thing for number 3, Hopper 1 gets 1 less, Hopper 2 gets 1 less, Hopper 3 gets 2 more. Pull number 1, number 1 gets 2 more, number 2 gets 2 less, number 3 gets 1 less, maybe? Hang on. Hang on. So, I'm gonna actually write this down. 12, 10, 11 becomes 14, 9, 10. Okay, so plus 2, minus 1, minus 1. So same for all the others. So 14, 9, 10. Becomes 13, 11, 9. And number 3, 12, 10, 11. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Every time you pull a lever, it moves one from each of the others into the one that you pulled for. Eleven, 12, 11, 9. So that'll be 11, 12, 10. Hang on, I think I'm getting close. That's 12. Ah. so after this, this will be 13. This will be 13, 8, 12. If I could just get 2 to be the same number, I'd be effectively done, because I'd just have to keep pulling the remaining one. Sad thing this is this is basically math. Okay. Odd, even, even. So hang on. 13 plus 8 plus 12. That's 33. So the goal is 11 in each. What happens if I pull just one of them a bunch of times? 1, 2, 5, 6. Consarn it. Okay. This seems to be the easiest position to get to. So where to go from here? Pulling the one on this end. We get this further from the goal. So that's at 13. That's at 11. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna try and visualize this. There is the question of whether I need to use the full range of possible values, or whether I want to focus on sticking around the middle of it. Won't let me pull it if the top is above 22. But it will let me lower the other ones. So that one is at 1, 15, 17. That one is still at 1, 16, and 16. So the trick seems to be getting it to where you're only pulling from 1. And now they're all at 11. Can't sleep until it's right. Y'all right there, partner? Can't sleep, can't sleep, can't sleep, can't sleep. It's okay, I took care of the cucumbers. The ghost smiles as he fades away. A few bones hit the ground below it. Pile of bones and cucumbers. It's probably a 40% bones and 60% cucumbers if you had to guess. Etched into the skin of one of the cucumbers, you see the phrase, all the same, all the same, all the same, all the same. Rest in peace, poor guy. Okay. And salt was, I believe, 976. Salt. Gotta salt. All right there, partner. Salt. Jeez, okay. Salt, calm down. Let's see, so 531. Okay, so coarse salt adjustment brings it up by 100. Fine salt adjustment brings it up by 1. ASMR. Try to enjoy it, okay? Oh, it cycles through the same 10? Oh, okay. So one adjusts the hundreds, one adjusts the tens. Salt is correct. It's finally done. Thank you. The ghost smiles as he fades away. A few bones hit the ground below it. Salt-crusted skull. The skull bears the marks of prolonged and very strange torture. Etched into the back of the skull is the number 976. and vinegar. You approach the ghost. It's not right, it's not right. You all right there, partner? All wrong, the temperature, it's not right, it's all wrong, not right at all. All right then, do you all wrong? Okay. So 93 degrees. If I add some coal, okay, we're 30 degrees below what we need. Now let's start thinking strategically. So if I put in 2 shovelfuls, that's 9. So if I put in 2 more shovelfuls, oh nope, that was 10. One shovelful did 5. Dang it, we're 1 off. $190 degrees. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. The vinegar is 190 degrees. It's finally done. Thank you. Ghost smiles as he fades away. A few bones hit the ground below it. These bones are all rubbery because they've been soaked in vinegar. Gross. You can faintly make out the number 190 scratched into one of the bones. Yikes. Pull the lever. You pull the lever and there's a deafening roar as the old machinery springs into life. After a while, a load of pickles is deposited in the receptacle to the left of the switch. 3 ghost pickles. Oh my. Cuts down all damage, I turn into a spooky ghost. Store just leads to an empty, dusty room. Huh, could have sworn there were a bunch of cucumber storage tubs in there before. Huh. Gretch of Lass, she was very terrible. Commune with her spirit. Let's go. You reach into the Gretch's grave with your mind. The pain. Oh no, you're late for shift. Hang on. Oh, see. So now if we make our way back to Dirtwater, we can probably hand in those items that we found and collect the bounty. We find a crate lying by the side of the trail. Its lid knocked loose. It has fell off the back of a cart lid stenciled on the side, which seems a bit on the nose, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. You fish through the crate and help yourself to the meager but free contents. Got some rope and a canteen. This is some very old water in a very old canteen. Drinking it would probably give you tetanus, which was discovered very recently. Hey there, what's the good word? Give her the pickle factory remains. I got achievement unlocked, wanted alive. What in the world? It's the Gherkin brothers, and please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's the reward. Huh, looks like these things are still twitching. Better lock them up just to be safe. So the achievement we got was for filling up the jail without killing anybody. I believe there's a separate achievement for filling up the jail, or for not filling up the jail, but finishing all the bounties. Mario Kart tournament update ended with me being about 20 points behind in the ranking. Sib, I told you to win. I thought I explained this perfectly clear. Plus, I did a little bit of ASMR for you in there, so that really should have inspired you to, drive better. I don't understand how this could have gone wrong. I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna drive away viewers. Well, hey there, Stick. Welcome to my shop. Looks like you've gotten yourself set up pretty nicely. Sure have. Here, let me give you a little something as thanks for helping me out. Have a sharpening strop on the house. Okay, so that I can spend to buff a melee weapon. Oh, thanks. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Show me your goods. Looks like a sharpening strop. I can buy pretty much as many as I want. Bandelier's a buff to pistol attack. I don't really care about that. Flexible chaps. Ooh, that's actually not bad. I think I still favor the 8-legged trousers, but I'll go ahead and buy a set of those just to have them. The inflexible chaps are melee. I'll just buy 5 sharpening strops. Can of kerosene weakens foes and makes them flammable. Cat's eye candy. Bullet, clown knife, clown sausage, cow fangs. Effluvious emerald. If this gem is half as valuable as it is pungent, you're in the money. You should probably wash your hands before you spend it. I don't need the money right now, actually, so I'm not really gonna worry about what I can spend. I could study some extra next mechs. Oh! Oh my, I never gave that kid his bottle cap. Hold up. Back to the circus. Your L vibrato bleeps and you follow the signal because of course you do. Why wouldn't you? One reason why you might not is that it led you to a hulking robot that could easily pound you into scrap. Let's find it. Got the jump on it. It's an L vibrato construct. Okay, well, you know the story. Cast our buffs early in the battle. Same hot and spooky damage. You know what? Butterbean. Give it a quick debuff and then shoot it. Got an atom. El Vibrato scraps. Where's that kid who needed his thing? Hello again, sir. Say, that's a real nice balloon. You want to trade? I'll give you my lucky bottle cap for it. Okay. Okay, so now I've got the bottle cap after I traded him the balloon for it. Well, I don't know what that was supposed to accomplish, but I think the guy for the magical science stuff is at the old millinery. There's a dusty wooden crate lying near the trail, and it turns out to be half full of old dynamite. That's probably not something that should just be lying out in the sun like that. Got 5 dynamite. Oh no, this is where we dealt with some problems. Ah, the professor's house. That's what we need. Oh, I found a box of El Vibrato stuff, including an El Vibrato scrap and an El Vibrato punch card. Excellent. Good to see you again. Have you got those 5 piles of scrap yet? Not yet. Well, I don't suppose I can really dance around it much anymore. Let's head to Fort Cowardice. Family of scared settlers trying to pack their wagon to head back east to Dirtwater. They're having a hard time getting everything situated. I don't know why this takes mysticality to help them pack. Using your advanced spatial skills, you nestle everything into their wagon with space to spare. Now they won't have to leave their children behind. Quiet as church on a Tuesday. Guess we missed the party. Yeah, it must be abandoned for some reason. Oh, we need saltpeter from Fort Cowardice. If we get some barbed wire, we can help the people at Lazy A Dude Ranch. Just like the old saying goes, when life gives you cannons, make a cannonade. inside Fort Cowardice. We can use some binoculars to find a horse apple big enough to see from here. The Big Apple. Shelf has some unlooted medical supplies, army field trauma, military grade whiskey. I still don't have any safe cracking skill. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams scattered across its surface, you're guessing this desk belonged to Fort Cowardice's nurse. Let's look at the papers. Papers are mostly just boring medical records, dental daguerreotypes, lamentations that antibiotics haven't been discovered yet, that kind of thing. Hey, what's this? Looks like it might be important. He got an item, marching orders. Looks like they were ordered to march east. And the diagrams... And I gained some XP. And the cot is soaked with blood. Real quick, I think we've got some stuff that I can read. So we got intermediate next max. Okay, that's nice. We got marching orders. Let's read them. This is a set of marching orders directing a rifle division to Fort Aldead, far to the north of Dirtwater. Well, they're not doing anybody any good now. You tear that up into little pieces and throw them away. Take that, future historians. Okay, so there's really nothing else happening. We might be able to find something worth doing at Fort Aldead. A vibrato transponder. Burned scroll. Okay, let's read the burned scroll. The scroll is in bad shape and you can't really make out anything new, but you're convinced this must be another clue to the whereabouts of the necromancer. You stick the scroll in your journal. Okay, so the necromancer's journal, the robe receipt, and note about Hell Cow energy. Necromancer's lair must be somewhere near a powerful source of it, but you don't know where such a source is. Cryptic note about ley lines that we can add to the journal. Creepy whispering stones. The stone's is only whispering, but it's still eerily louder than most of the stones you encounter. This rock is really whispering up a storm. It's in some weird dialect that you can barely understand, though. Wait, no, it's just a thick accent, that's all. You listen carefully to the stone. Over the course of a few minutes, its whispers resolve into comprehensible English. The stuff the stone is whispering about turns out to be pretty boring. It's mostly just trivia about the geology of Tennessee. Meaningless unless you're planning a spelunking trip soon. Oh well, at least you can understand the accent now. So we got the perk Appalachian Skull Whispering. Oh, so now we might be able to understand some of the dead. Eerie. Curly's compass. North-northwest. Splattered scroll. You scrape the largest giblets off the scroll and read it. Oh, this is instructions on the bizarre ritual somewhere. Goblet of Blood, Mary Stern's diary, herbicide can, and the Hedge Wizard's journal. Okay, so none of that's useful, but I can go ahead and read Intermediate Next Mix. How to replenish your blood supply by stealing blood from the living. Sure, why not? As you read the words in the book, a voice that is not your own howls along with them in your head. As you get nearer to the end of the book, the howls become more and more melodic. Okay, so I can steal 5 hit points. I'm guessing that doesn't end my turn. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes into a puff of black smoke. I got the perk Emaciated, so I lose some muscle now as well. You hear the songs of several goblins inside the tent. I'll leave them alone for the moment. We'll fight them in a second. This mishap definitely got somebody fired. Unusually sized cannonball. Demi-culvering cannonball. Bore diameter of 10 centimeters. No demi less, no demi more. Goblin word for toilet on that. The sign says toilet in Goblin, which makes it seem pretty likely that the goblins use this tent as a toilet. No way you're going in there. Okay, what about the mess hall? Take some stuff, so I got military grade whiskey and hardtack. Shaker of saltpeter, excellent. Stove is beyond cleaning, cupboard is there and not really a cupboard. Once a reception desk. Cabinet is mostly empty, but there are a handful of boring personnel records in the back of one drawer. They're incredibly boring. Becky Smith, secretary, pay grade C3, birthday May 14th, 1840. Deceased February 10th, 1864, missing days 89, accrued missed days 89, accrued sick days 0. Another. Now you're just looking at the same ones you've read before. What is wrong with you? I can't get enough. Major Ezra Wolf II, 66th Beanslinger Division, pay grade 06. Blood type B+, killed in action. First Lieutenant Rowena Hubbard, 9th Cannoneer Division, pay grade 02. Blood type O negative, wounded in action November 15th, 1853. Patricia Smith, secretary, pay grade C5, missed days 12, accrued sick days 63. Walter Reed, clerk, pay grade C2, born. There is no deceased date, so he could still be alive. Missed days 25, accrued sick days 15. Rebecca LeBlanc, Charles Stern. Rebecca LeBlanc was the 76th Pyrotechnics Division. Blood type AB negative, good conduct medal. In general, this is a door. More specifically, it's the door to the General's office. Even more specifically, it's the locked doors to the General's office. What in the world? You're still here? Oh, that's a goblin. The goblin seated at this desk is repeatedly firing their pistol at that pie safe. Say, what are you doing? Shooting pies, always shooting pies. Could you elaborate on that? Why shooting a pie? Yes. To destroy, obviously, you must to destroy a terrible pie. What is wrong with a pie? A human will never understand him. Get their attention with violence. Bean shield, butterbean. And now... So the vampiric yodel really is just once a fight. I'd need to buff that a lot to get it to be actually useful. It probably wasn't worth it. General Gob's hat. Contains old memories of violence and more recent memories of violence against pies specifically. General Gob pistol. Oh. Okay, and now can I access the pie safe? Lead pie. This is a pie that has been shot so many times that its filling is now 100% bullets. But buff to range damage, that's not bad at all. Apparently 1 shaker of saltpeter is enough. Alright, go in guns blazing. Tough looking goblin, noxious goblin, noxious goblin. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast some lava fava on them. Well, we probably should have been here sooner, based on how easy that went. You've heroically defeated the sleeping goblins who were guarding their beds. Head into the tent. Open this footlocker. Hardtack, canteen. Artillery saber. That's not bad. Army field trauma kit, military grade whiskey, and let's pick the lock. Smelling salts, silver bullet, not bad. She's abandoned, alright. Well, I'll keep an eye out while you can check the buildings and all. Might be something we can use. Alright. So now, if we head back to Dirtwater, we can take the chef that saltpeter, and he can presumably blow someone up from the inside. You come across a horse trying fruitlessly to figure out how to use a pair of binoculars. Well, those aren't for you, buddy. Horse reluctantly agrees and trots off, leaving the binoculars behind. Got that saltpeter. Okay, next thing I need is a certain kind of hot pepper. It's called the murder pepper. Because it's really spicy. Because it literally has a knife and kills people who ask dumb questions. They grow in an area outside of town. You should be able to find one if you just wander around for a while. So I feel like I was supposed to do that a lot earlier. Oh, hang on. I actually want to go up here. Snake Pit Mine. Okay. Yeah, let's visit Snake Pit Mine. Something's gonna happen on the way there. What in the world? Meat vein? What does this do? Hey Susie, you know how any of this stuff works? No. Well, okay then. Hey Susie, what? I just wanted to tell you about this mine stuff. Okay, so this first machine here, this is an automatic ore excavator. Okay, so hang on. I can probably guess these. Let's see here. Let's see if we can actually find some sort of information. Ah, we got a cave. You can see a snake coiled up in the little hole. Pull it out and punch it. Except I'm not actually gonna punch it. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast a spell at it. Coal snake skin. Smoking snake in this hole. Fire breathing coal snake. Yeah, these guys resist fire damage. Got another pickaxe. I don't need it, but I'll take it. Oh, we've got snake eggs. Okay. Bean shield. We'll want numbers for this. Golem. And then lava fava. You know what? They've only got one hit point apiece. Wish my thing was faster, but there we go. There's not enough skin on any of them to be worth collecting. I really thought there would be something worthwhile in here. Can of kerosene, dynamite, lodestone ring, plus 20% to meat gains. That's not bad. Build and open a crate. I got a match. Got a decent amount of XP too. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on leveling anything up until I can collect, whatchamacallit. Till I can collect another 50 XP and get lockpicking expertise the next level. This is a silver roller. Oh wait. Okay, hang on. This is a methane crusher. The next thing is used to extract accreted silver and then liquefy it. And the third machine is I'm kind of just guessing here based on how they look. Find sandstone conveyor. Convert, peek into... I got a perk Mindsplainer. Oh my gosh, no wonder she was so mad. Well, she said she didn't know what it does, so I had to take my best guess, okay? And we'll head to the Big Apple. As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. You can't even imagine how it got here. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Clean it up. Keep digging. You just doing this for your health? Because I reckon we can find more entertaining options. Oh my gosh, that's literally all it was. Just a massive pile of horse dung. Well, in that case, off to the railroad camp. Let's see if we can get some main quests. Oh, Snake Spring. Over yonder. Let's go there now. Oh my gosh, that is actually terrifying. An endless stream of snakes pours out of a hole in the canyon wall. Leave the spring alone. You know what? Grab a big one. We can one-shot the big one. We got a snake liver. What about a handful? I'll take out the big one in the back. Then Susie can shoot whichever one she feels like. Got some venom bladders. Okay then. I'm guessing that's just an area to farm some parts. What do you think? Had a snake fountain burst open near the ranch once. It was a real pain in the hindquarters. Are you setting up a gag where it turns out you were literally bit on the hindquarters? Well, not anymore, I ain't. I feel like a lot of the fun of this game is actually just talking to my partner. Okay, now for the railroad camp. Unless something else happens to divert us, in which case I will 100% follow that option. Mommy, are we there yet? Just hold your horses. This guy should never be put in charge of a switch. He's too busy playing with his watch to get any work done. Say, that's a nice watch. Where'd you get it? Bought it from this gal that runs a store down south of here, named Buttonwillow McSomething. Oh yeah, I know that store. Yep, real nice store, real nice watch. She's not getting much track lay, but she's an expert whisperer. You approach the beleaguered old man with the tiny glasses. Howdy there, who's in charge of this outfit? If I'm being charitable, I'd say that the fellow over there in the white hat is the foreman. Points at the man next to the huge pile of the rocks. And if you're not, he smiles. Then I'd say that paper-backed idiot over there in the absurd white hat is the fellow you're looking for. Alright, thanks. Are you in charge? I wonder if there's anything I can do to help you. You want to know something? I love trains. Ever since I was a little boy, huge, magnificent, roaring iron beasts, they were magical to me, like dragons. When the opportunity arose to take on management of this rail line, I jumped on it like a shot. And you know what I learned? What's that? Organizing and building and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain you can ever imagine. You want to help? Congratulations, you're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. Well, ain't that just swell? Guess I'm the boss now? Well, I suppose you can't be any worse than the last clown. Name's Smee, I'm your assistant. What's the situation? Well, I'm sure you didn't miss seeing this giant pile of rocks blocking our path. Surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain pass, so we can't reroute even if we had the months it'd take. Any ideas? Well, by my calculations, we could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. Problem is, it'll take a lot of dynamite, a whole year's worth of figure. We used to keep that much on hand for emergencies such as this one, but a pack of goblins stole it all. Sneaky little varmints. Alright, I'll get it back for you. Glad to hear it. The goblins are holed up over in Gustavson Gulch. It's a real rough place. You might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way, especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. Discovered a new map location, Gustavson Gulch. We don't need that specific dynamite, though. Any you can lay your hands on will be fine, so long as there's enough of it. I just want to check. We still need barbed wire. Still need to help the professor. Alright. Oh, wait. We're gonna go back to Dirtwater because I think I actually... You catch a whiff of something that makes your eyes water. You trace it to its source, a vividly colored red shape hanging from a scraggly little plant. This must be the southwestern murder pepper that feller at the Jewel's looking for. Your finger and thumb immediately start throbbing as you pluck the pepper. Toss it into your rucksack before it can do any more damage. Well, I was coming back here because I figured I'd have to wander around, but if that's not the case, all the better. Oh, nice big one. That'll last a while. Good going. Okay, so if you're still looking for stuff to do, I need someone to go check my mail. I ordered a new saute knife, but I haven't got time to go fetch it myself. Here's the key to my P.O. box. Yeah, might as well go to the post office anyway. I've got a... Hi, I'm Stick Guy. Any mail came for me? Yes, actually. Package came for you. Here you are. Package from Rufus. I've got a postcard to send. Write another note to Rufus, telling him what I'm up to and that I'm okay. Now let's open the package from Rufus. Advanced Beancraft. Nice. Dear bro, I found this and thought it might help you not to die. Jeez, you really miss that kid, and you miss your parents. You got all nostalgic just thinking about it. Nostalgia mode unlocked in the options menu. Hey, Bee Marching, welcome to the stream. We're in nostalgia mode now. Learn a new bean slinging skill. What time is it? Okay, I still got some time. There's a whole set of recipes for ice cold bean based desserts. So cold damage, bean wall, or a temporary mysticality buff. I think I want to learn Great Northern Blizzard. Unfortunately, at some point, you study the bean dessert recipes and practice conjuring up various configurations of frozen beans. Unfortunately, at some point, the book got completely covered in a snowdrift. Now it's all soggy and ruined. You find P.O. Box 441, the one that belongs to the chief at the Jewel. And we got him his sauté knife. Here you go. This will work a lot better than the hammer I was using. I only need one more favor from you, but it's the most important. I used to have this recipe for a very secret jerk sauce, but my jerk friend Dave J stole it from me. And then he died and took the secret to his grave. Literally, I mean, he was buried with it. Want me to dig up his grave? He's dead, he won't mind. Okay. Pretty sure there's a graveyard just outside of town. Ah, the Dave Yard. Dave B. Dave C. Dave J. You dig up the grave and pry open the coffin. Instead of a corpse, it contains a garbage bag. Reach inside. You reach into the garbage bag and are surprised to find that it's full of pudding. No, not just pudding. It's pudding and motor oil. Who would do this? You finally manage to reach all the way to the bottom of the bag and retrieve a sodden lump from the bottom. You unglob the wad and dry it off, then wash your arm in a nearby ditch. It's better be worth it. Dave's secret sauce recipe. I can't remember if I've already cleared this, but I think, yeah, I have. Okay. I'm swimming. Look at that. Oh, it stopped when I tried to change directions. Unfortunately, I don't have foraging skill. I suppose I could check a couple of the stores to see if any of them have books. I got a sloppy chef's hat for all this. It's not even as good as the hats I already have. What's the stage for? Water Mercantile. Various hot dogs. Oh wait. Oh no, it was a deliberate choice to not change into the flexible chaps. But I would like to visit a couple of stores. Skeleton approaches you in that jittery, stop-motiony way that skeletons do. Judging by its head, it appears to be the skeleton of a bean slinger. You remember the classic saying, old bean slingers die like normal people. Sometimes they keep walking around casting spells at you afterward. Fight the old has-been. Oh yeah, this is not a dangerous enemy at all. Bean-stained pants. A gold tooth. 41 meat. I got what I need to increase my lock picking. I've got about 100 XP left in case I want to buff something else. Let's go ahead and give the Great Northern Blizzard a bit of a boost. I should try that one out soon if I get the chance. Yeah, nothing that useful. Alright, we're off to Gustavsson Gulch. Skull rolling down the road towards you. Face it. Cast Great Northern Blizzard. And we got some skull chips. Fancily dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a mayor, welcome. Now going away, please. Goblin seems friendly, but blocks your entry into the gulch. Talk to the goblin. Can I not coming in? Sorry, only for goblins, being very private. This is not very nice. This is not very nice. Don't you want to fostering better of human-goblin relations? I could be new human-goblin ambassador, and you go to Human Town being their goblin ambassador. Guessing that might be a good idea. Diplomatics, yes, okay. Mayor shakes your town and starts walking toward Dirtwater. Wonder if he'll be in Dirtwater. Nothing interesting. Quiet rustling, as though a single goblin were rummaging through a crate filled with straw. Library. Go inside. The shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. 3 titles catch your attention. So very complicated numbers. How to Bird Noise. Alice going into a seeing glass. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it. Probably still wouldn't if it was written in English. Your brother would probably love it. How to Bird Noise. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to do an accurate crested grebe impression from a book, but that's how detailed it is. It's the popular children's novel. It's been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it Brilg being in Toves of Slithing did a wabe gyring and also gimballing. Check out the inside. The door's locked. But I unlock it and find sandwiches. Goblin sandwiches. I'll probably never use those. They decrease mysticality. Ah, it says delicatessen in Goblin. Shack is filled with thousands of tiny cabinets, each labeled with a number in Goblin. Look in a random drawer to get an old lollipop stuck to the bottom of the drawer above it. Look in a more random drawer to get a Goblin sandwich. Look in an even randomer drawer. Rolled up pair of terrible pants. Goblin trousers. Okay, that seems to be everything. Red herring storage. I should probably... Shack contains a bed and a desk. Investigate the bed. Made of cactus logs with a blanket made of woven together cactus needles. That can't be comfortable. Strewn with folder. The desk is strewn with folders. One that says important secrets on it. You learn a variety of secrets, though the only one that's actually pertinent to your circumstances is that there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105 in the storage hut. Ah, that's the mayor's house. Okay, we got the key to the treasure cave. You know what? I'd rather not skip these. Let's go in and beat up goblins. Trigger happy goblin. Need spell happy bean singer. There's nothing of interest in the crates. Just enough spooky damage to deal with this one. Gave those fishmongering goblins what for? Look around the building, but it turns out to just be filled with rotten fish. Rats. Ah, so they were actual red herrings and not a fake storage shed. Okay, there's the theater. Press your ear to the door and hear somebody delivering what sounds like lines from Hamlet, except in Goblin tongue. From this vantage point, you also notice the sign next to the door reading Backstage Entrance Here at Beacon, with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. Head backstage. You sneak backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a Goblin version of Hamlet, it's also been written as a one-man show. I'm not going to try and read that, just because I don't feel like that would be an enjoyable experience for either me or the viewers. Bits where the actor has to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. Oh. Okay, so I can't beat up the goblin now. Cafe. Pick the lock. Enter what turns out to be a cafe and reconstruct a few cups of chicory from the leavings in various dirty cups and sinks. You stop to wonder why a cafe wouldn't be open at this time of day. See a schedule posted on the wall, and sure enough it says somebody named Gene is supposed to be working this shift. He was always a shiftless layabout, that Gene. I'm pretty sure that's a reference, but I don't know what to. Goblin chicory. Get in, guns blazing. I'll take the one that's hidden behind cover since my spells can bypass that. Let's throw up a beam shield and a beam golem. Oh, I've got spread damage now. That's actually very useful in case I find hordes. Oh, I meant to click on this dude. Oh, it takes a lot of action points. Gustav's Sun Gulch Treasure Cave Key. Okay, so I've got 2 of those now for some reason. Guard Barracks. Treasure Cave. This door to remain locked at all times in Goblin. Beer Barrel Cactus. Goblins paying more attention to their book, Goblet, than to you, but you're pretty sure you aren't just going to be waltzing by. Spoil the ending. Hey, Goblet, good book? Hey, Goblet, good book. Was thinking about how Garatio is only surviving one at the end. Everyone else dying, poisoning, sorting. How? Blam. Ah, no, wow, spoilers. This Goblin Guard is whistling a little wooden bird call. They're not too busy to beat you up if you try to get past them. You duck behind a stalagmite and do your great crested grebe impression. Oh gasp, a great crested grebe. Wow. It's just a bit more interesting to do this without fighting. Unlike the other 2 guards, this one is being very attentive and seems very suspicious of you. Unlike the other 2 guards, they have a name tag that says Gene. Mind them about their cafe shift. Hey, Gene, you're supposed to be working at the cafe today. You forgetting? Oh, wow, oh no. Goblin quickly takes off their guard uniform and puts on the cafe uniform, racing out of the cave. It's a rare and valuable treasure chest cactus. Got a year's supply of dynamite and a bunch of meat. I'm 1 lockpick short of dealing with that one. Can't I like melt down a silver bullet to make a lockpick? Hang on. Silversmith's house. Make needles. Okay, made some needles. And now back to Gustav's Sun Gulch. You encounter a bandit who doesn't look very bandit-like due to the lab coat and slide rule holster. Fortunately, she's also wearing the standard black bandit hat, otherwise you might not have been able to tell. Alright, Buster, this is a stick-up. Hand over the meat. You don't seem to have a gun. How about I just punch you out and leave instead? Ha, I'd like to see you try, because I've invented an anti-punching ring, and that would help me test it. Examine her ring. An anti-punching ring? How interesting. May I have a look? Are you using a positive matrix force field? Positive matrix? No, it's Sigma field derived. Sigma? Oh no, that won't do at all. I mean, it'll soak some kinetic force, sure, but as soon as things get heavy, that's going to overheat and burn your finger off. Oh geez, really? Hadn't thought of that. Back to the drawing board, I guess. She tosses you the ring and turns to leave. Got a ring of moderate unpunchability. Sweet. At least I've got an efficient way of walking. I'd like to think that strange walking is actually a little bit faster in general. Goblin engagement ring. It's shiny, distractingly so. And goblin tiara. Like, that'd just be a great benefit. Like, you pick up the book for weird walking early in the game. And if you leave that on, you get a little bit more speed. I really don't know anything else that we can do right now. Let's check and see if... Oh! We got an El Vibrato machine! Cast. And we'll go ahead and shoot it. El Vibrato scraps. Except now that we've got that, I want to head to the professor's house. He ambles over to a strange contraption in the corner of the room and begins to tinker. Let me just... yep, okay. This'll do the trick. Let me just get this thing running and then you'll be able to grab a keystone from it. It'll take another 5 scraps for each one you need. Are you familiar with the Lost Dutch Oven mine? Grim place, but that's where I found the chassis for that fabricator. Wedged behind an unusual pile of rocks. Seems like a good place to start hunting. Okay, so... Lost Dutch Oven mine. Got some scraps and a punch card. I think it was in the Lost Dutch Oven mine that we found some like ancient artifacts or something. This pile was pretty obviously made on purpose. Closer inspection reveals that the stones are mortared together. I could bust up the pile, magic the rocks away. It's pretty much impossible to not be able to break through. 22 XP. Missing a trapezoid piece. Hang on, so... Oh wait, the tiara was also... Oh yeah, okay. got 8 El Vibrato scraps, so I should be able to make a keystone. I just remember there being another keystone somewhere, and I can't recall precisely where. I didn't mean to go there. Maybe Hummin' Cave. We got one of these guys. El Vibrato scraps. Okay, well we're up to 10, so we've got enough to make 2 keystones. Actually, we don't have a keystone at all yet. So hang on, we need to go to the professor's house. Wandering Sally. Yeah, what you got, Sally? Fungicide bomb. You know what? I'll take one of those. Kraken safes. Let's go. I'll sell my boots. And then I'll buy some work boots. 'Cause they're better. Well, thanks, Sally. Off to the professor. Open up the crate, get some stuff. Fabricate a keystone, fabricate another keystone. You know anything about the ley lines? I don't hold much with that mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's very unscientific, but it does come up in my research from time to time, so I can give you a basic overview. He draws some curved, intersecting lines on a piece of paper and explains how they relate to local geography and so-called mystical forces. It's pretty interesting stuff and makes you consider what you really know about magic. Huh. So can I... This diagram is surprisingly comprehensible. You stick it into your necromancer journal. Okay, so that probably narrows down a bit where I could look for the necromancer. Okay, we'll head to Lost Dutch Oven Mine first, then we'll head to Hummin' Cave. Take some dynamite as well. Enter the portal. What's in this thing? You have learned the El Vibrato word for toilet. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. It must be lighter than it looks. We'll take it. We got an El Vibrato device. Monolith is dark. Missing a keystone here. Machine is dark. This is a doorway without a handle. I mean, there's only 6 possible combinations. 1. Oh. There we go. So I guess this lets me farm some El Vibrato straps. Okay, pushing number 2. Popped out 3 of them. I can cast Loathing Blizzard one more time. Oh, that is an expensive spell. What about the third one? Oh my. You know what? I'm gonna bring out Cast Being Shield, and then bring out the Great Northern Blizzard. 32, 29, 27. Oh my. If they're going for physical options, then that's easy enough. I guess it's kind of assumed that you'll heal multiple times if you heal once. Okay, we've brought the numbers down to just 3. And only one of those is especially dangerous. Okay, now, where's my dynamite? There it is. Oh my. Oh! No. That was not the plan. That one in the back was trouble. Luckily, this one just can't actually damage me. Okay, this'll be my last fight since this does just seem to spawn enemies. Got an El Vibrato loop. It's a hat. I think. As you place the ring onto your head, two things happen. One is that it begins humming, shimmering in that weird way El Vibrato things shimmer. The other is that you suddenly feel as if you put earplugs in your brain. Your thoughts get weirdly quiet. Your sense of surrounding magical and psychic energy is almost completely muffled. I'll say it's weird and not entirely pleasant. You take off the headband. Huh. If we head back to the professor, we can take him those things we found. Show him the strange device. Hey, Professor, I found a thing. Ah, marvelous find. This device makes batteries, or will once I've fixed it. Yep, the El Vibratoans powered their portable equipment with little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you a regular source of those will be incredibly useful. Okay, so I can fabricate a key. I'll go ahead and fabricate 2 keys. I don't know if that'll actually be useful, but oh well. Now, off to Humming Cave. I love this animation. Wait, oh my gosh, I needed the key, or I needed batteries for that. They're round. Well, I think that was just a complete waste, but oh well. We'll look around in there a little bit later. Yeah, let's beat up another El Vibrato machine. Any luck finding a year's supply of dynamite? The passengers are getting reckless. Yep, here you go. Perfect, this'll do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get the fellas to set up the charges, and I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers, and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually, one of them shrugs, pushes a whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks, and wires up the detonator. Alright, let her rip. Why do I get the feeling that Smee is actually the necromancer? Wait, don't you have a longer detonator cable? Nope. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger so I have time to get under the train. Surveyors didn't say anything about a crazy rock monster. Quick, you're the protagonist. Do something about it. Oh, hi. There's a very large and very angry looking guy standing here. Apparently he's a little peeved about having a year's supply of dynamite blowing up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you gonna handle this? I could just try and magic it away, but honestly, I kinda wanna fight this thing. It's kind of the first boss I've faced, and, you know, it'd be a mistake, I think, to not fight it. Now, with all of that, hot or spooky, I'll go for some spooky. Oh, dang. The golem can't do any damage to it. It's not ideal, but we're still doing enough to deal with it. I got 80 XP. Well, now that's a fine day's work as I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark on our route on your map for you in case our paths happen to cross again. Manifest Destiny Railroad Camp. Thanks, but can't I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat on this train's sold out. Sorry, boss. Oh my gosh, so I can now go through the mountains, but I'm still on foot. Real quick though, I am gonna go ahead and turn off nostalgia mode. Seems the train finally made its way west. Figure we can head that way ourselves. Yep. Before we do though, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the Lost Dutch Oven Mine to get more scraps. Because I actually very much want to get a couple of those batteries. Open up some things. Oh, that walk. It's a true cowboy walk there. Yeah, so it looks like we got 2 monoliths in here and 1 in the other thing. Push the second one. I think we can take 3 of these on pretty easily. Summon the golem and summon a blizzard. I'm just building this because I want to see that thing die to fire. Even though it doesn't even have a special animation, I just wanted to let it happen. targeted one that I didn't mean to. I meant to target the one at the bottom. At least the golem is good at taking shots. Go ahead and finish it off, golem. Oh, okay then. Target the one that shoots. I've got surprisingly good armor for a spellcaster, so there's not too much to worry about by the enemies going for melee attacks, and because of my mysticality, it's pretty easy to... Oh, hang on. Because of my mysticality being what it is, it's pretty easy to break through. Or to deal with spell hits. It's when they're shooting that's a problem. So I might actually go ahead and drop some effort into my grit. Give me some more blood beans. Better bean shield. Better bean golem. Better vampire yodel. It's interesting how they chose to make the stats the same for attacking. I can just find a keystone from fighting those things? That's nice. wonder what speed runs of this game look like. I bet they're actually pretty technical. Unfortunately, I need 30 scrap to get all of the batteries I want, so this might be going on for a minute. Let's see, I'm up to 17. Unfortunately, what I need for more, what I need if I want to fight 5 of them at once and speed this up a bit, is more action points, because that was the big issue there. Trying to cast the Great Northern Blizzard really runs down the number of moves I can make. I don't know why I shot that one instead of the one that can actually damage me, but oh well. Yeah, things slow down a lot once I run out of action points. You know what? We're gonna try a different approach here. Since we can take out the only one that can actually damage us on the first turn, there's really no reason not to just... Oh, I meant to target the other one. I felt like I had so many action points, and then suddenly we got a spell that consumes 4 of them. Stop giving me keystones. I don't need more keystones. I need more scrap. For some reason, these spellcaster ones seem obsessed with targeting stick guy with their main attacks. Summon the golem. Cast Lava Fava on the shoot one. And then build some cover. Well, that was a waste. Okay, that one will die before it can make its next move. Summon the golem, and we're actually gonna double down on that construct. There's a simple reason for that. Luckily, those ones seem determined to shoot the golem first. Cast my blizzard. Build some cover. Now I'm pretty sure Stick Guy is pretty soundly protected from anything if those guys decide to target him. I don't really understand the AI in this game, so I don't really know when they're going to try and target him versus anyone else. One more fight and we'll have enough scrap. Okay. Call the Bean Shield and the Golem. Cast Lava Fava on the one in the middle. Most of the fights in this game are actually pretty easy. The only thing that seems really problematic is numbers. The more enemies there are, the harder this is to keep up. Okay. So now we go to the professor. They seem to translate to my second's the second of a conscious soul. Some ancient hieroglyphs. Fabricate 3 batteries. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the keystones. They seem to have gone out of their way to give me a lot. I do, however, know that I can go ahead and buff Great Northern Blizzard, and what gives me more action points? I'd need more gumption to get more maximum action points. Okay, we'll start with Humming Cave. And we got some El Vibrato scraps along the way. Luckily, I think this will be the last time we need to go to this cave. Monolith is dark. You insert the battery into the monolith, it springs to life, and I gain the effect Energize. Chock full of El Vibrato energy. You feel like you could take on the whole world, partly because you're faster, stronger, and smarter and faster, but partly because you're also overconfident. It's not that big a boost. I learned the words for pipeline and power. So I guess that's just a... Oh my gosh, it's a one-time effect. Well, I expect I could come back tomorrow and get the benefit again, but do I really want to? Okay, take me to Lost Dutch Oven Mine. Let's see what the other stuff is. Liquor cabinet in the woods. I'm gonna leave it be because I've only got one lockpick at the moment. I don't feel like going and spending another silver needle or another silver bullet to open it. It won't have any quest items anyway. You know something? Every single time I enter a cave in this game, I expect to encounter Zubat, and I don't know why, because this looks nothing like Pokemon. But I've just, over years of gaming, I've learned to expect Zubat when I enter a cave. There's no other reasonable outcome. Oh, I got energized again. And I learned the words for organic and bridge. What about this one? Machine is dark. There's a circular hole in the bottom. Machine hums to life. The screen says Chalaco Kuzcro, and there's a button at the bottom labeled Joseve Chalaco. Push it. Chalacho Bega. So I opened up a new layer. This thing is busted. Piece here that's pretty obviously broken. Big cylinder on the top of this rectangle. We got the vibrato cylinder. Let's see. I don't know what the punch cards are for. Oh, okay. This thing is a hat, it just gives an actual penalty to mysticality. I wonder why I'm not going insane like everyone else who's ever entered this cave. Well, I think it's time. Oh wait. Actually, I think it's time to talk to my partner. Okay, we'll go to the professor's house. See if he wants to... See if he wants that cylinder we found. And if not, I can still talk to my partner, see what side quests I'm forgetting. Okay, well... ideas. Okay, the only currently running quest we've got is, apart from the main quest, is the Lazy A Dude Ranch. As you're riding along the dusty desert trail, you feel a change in the air. This area is thick with mystical being energy. You orient your mind along the axis of the powerful magnetic beam field and follow it to a cave. A sign out front reads, "The Great Garbanzo's Secret Hideout, fellow being wizards welcome." Let's check out the Great Garbanzo's hideout right now. Hey Susie, you know we're right about in the middle of the territory. Back when the cows came home, this is right about where the first reports came out. Like, Ground Zero? Yep. There was a big ranch that was the first one to go. Seems like an obvious place to check out. Hellstrom Ranch. Okay. This is the inside of the Great Garbanzo's hideout. Search the revolting sofa. We got all-purpose beans. One decent book, Beans Illustrated. You don't have the foggiest idea how this oven works. It requires master cookery to use. I don't suppose I get that from reading Beans Illustrated. I do, in fact. So, you read the book, memorizing each and every recipe. Master cookery. Fortunately, the book was so fragile that your close reading caused it to crumble to dust. I'm concerned that that'll cost resources. Oh, hello. Deposit of bean iron. Bean iron nugget. Oh, but I do have the XP to invest in some master cookery. Some extra gumption, and you know what? Couple extra points of muscle. Forge some bean iron cookware. Your mind reaches into the bean iron to see what shapes it conceals. You detect 3. Spatula for a boost to mysticality. A skillet for a boost to armor. Or a badge for a boost to spell damage. Well, truth be told, I kinda like to stick with my knife that I'm using. Bean iron badge. Used to say sheriff on it, but most of the word has been rubbed off, so now it says chef. This item goes on your lapel. Master work. Cook something amazing. You look deeply into the all-purpose beans and recognize great potential in them. You could make jumping beans. You will the beans into the form you desire and then will them onto a plate. Unfortunately, you don't have any bean iron or any all-purpose beans, so there's not much you can accomplish with an arcane upgrade. I can look under his pillow for more all-purpose beans. I'm gonna save those. I would absolutely love to eat that if I wasn't already full on my stomach. Probably only be going for a bit longer, but let's go ahead and find out about the next main quest. Off to the side of the trail, you spot one of those weird cacti that produce sealed cans of tuna fish's fruit. I can't touch it. I don't have the right equipment to do so. They're all trying to get to Frisco. He must have sleepwalked here. That guy has stopped messing with his watch and started eating jelly beans? What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Nope. Please? No. Get your own. Well, I never. Where'd you get them? Little ways south of here from a fella named Roy Bean. Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Excellent. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Howdy, boss. Yep, got ourselves a heck of a canyon to get across and no material for any bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine town up north called Breadwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Achievement unlocked. In a row? I don't know what that achievement is. Hold up. Give me a sec. I'm curious. West of Loathing. Discover 37 map locations out west. Of course, anything you can find to build a bridge out of it is fine by me, but that seems like the simplest option. One of those pay telescopes for tourists, one that was designed by a promising young artist named Edvard Munch. Okay, I got a good look at the bridge, at the big canyon. Anything else worth looking at? You'd think they'd surveyed the route and had a plan for this already. At least they stopped the train in time. Yeah, it would have been quite a surprise. What do you think we should do next? Alright, folks, I'm gonna leave you here for just a second. And I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something. And we're back. So we got Hellstrom Ranch, we got Breadwood. And we got Roy's Bean House. Unfortunately for us, there's a nice big canyon blocking us off from the desolate, lonesome coast. So naturally, with all of these wonderful options, many quests likely available in Breadwood, and the progression for Sally that would happen in Hellstrom Ranch, I'm going to Roy's Bean House. Your travels are interrupted by a fairly disturbing sight. A skeleton covered with weird glowing mushrooms, which is shambling toward you and making angry hissing sounds and weird gestures. Wow, gross. Mushroom-covered skeleton. Okay, we're gonna throw up a bean shield. Summon our golem. And then drop a butterbean on it. So that'll make it a lot easier to deal damage to this thing. Psychedelic Spore. Oh, it's taking direct shots at my mysticality. That's pretty wild, actually. Luckily, we should be able to finish it off this turn. Mushroom-covered bone. I'm guessing that's a lapel option. Oh no, it's probably actually a weapon option. Well, you won. The lesson here is not to be a skeleton with mushrooms growing on it. The trouble is, I'm not actually as strong as I think I come across right now, because a lot of my points right now are from the 2 meals, 2 alcoholic drinks, and 2 potions that I have taken. All of that goes away if I lose a fight and have to sleep till the next day. I heard about a ranch in this area that might be notable. It's one that weren't never attacked by the cows. Yeah, that might be worth investigating. Kellogg Ranch. Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Form some morning ablutions. Flush the toilet. And I got a perk, Master of Flushing. Oh hey, that buffs my muscles. That deals with the penalty I got from reading too many necromancy books. There's a single yellow jelly bean in this case with a sign that says Paraguayan Murder Bee Honey Jelly Bean. Very rare, 6,000 meat. Would pay 6,000 meat for a single jelly bean. I'm very tempted. It's a spittoon. As soon as you get near the spittoon, you can smell the overpowering sweet stench it exudes. Nauseatingly sweet, like the rotting corpse of a dead gummy bear. Look inside. Garish rainbow colors swirl together in a congealing psychedelic madness. Is Roy using jelly beans as chewing tobacco? Yes. Yes, of course he is. We're talking about a bowl of jelly beans that have been sucked on, half chewed, then spat into a grass bucket. Do you seriously want to put your hand in that swill of artificial coloring and thickened saliva? It will probably never be clean again. Look, I'm serious. You're about to permanently dye your hand with a swirling mishmash of all the worst colors in the spectrum. No one will even have a tattoo that looks as gross or as stupid. You plunge your hand into the spittoon and fish around for a while. Eventually you pull out a really disgusting pistol and a really disgusting hand to shoot it with. Okay, so this is just an improvement on my stink pistol that I've already got. Deals stench damage instead of physical, plus 6 moxie, higher damage. Your hand has been permanently stained by the rainbow-colored contents of a nasty spittoon. On the bright side, that hand will never suffer anything worse than that ever again. I got hot resistance, cold resistance, and sleaze resistance, 20% apiece. Honestly, I'm happy with that. Yeah, the toilet pistol isn't even close to... Okay, so the toilet pistol applies poison damage. The befouled pistol just deals stench damage. So the toilet pistol might actually be better for me since my damage is so low. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. And you know what else? Oh, hang on. Where are my sharpening strops? Yeah, you know what else? I'll give myself the ability to do somewhat decent damage with a pistol. Go ahead and give me a secondary weapon, and I'll even sharpen my weapon. So now my artillery saber is a bit stronger. I don't expect either of those to be especially useful, but the befouled pistol might come in handy at some point. This lack of jelly beans is not for sale. Howdy there, Pilgrim. Name's Roy Bean. Howdy, I'm Stick Guy. What do you do here? Well, when I first came to these parts, I was all about two things: dispensing justice and dispensing jelly beans. I was the biggest name in bounty hunting and candy selling anyone ever heard of. Gosh, what happened? Oh, nothing particularly tragic. Got old is all. Hung up my pistol for good. He points to the wall. He's pointing at an empty hook on the wall over a spittoon. They actually give you a hint that you should check this spittoon. I still sell some jelly beans from time to time, but they're out of fashion. This old place is just a jelly bean museum now. Seems like the sign out front isn't very accurate then. How do you mean? Well, if you aren't dispensing justice anymore, maybe it should just say museum. Guess you got a point. For a jelly bean museum, I sure don't see very many jelly beans. Huh. Bunch of crooks and shady characters stole them, all 3 jars. Suppose they think I'm a soft target now that I'm recruited. Now that I'm retired. Oh, that sucks. I'll help you get them back. Well now, appreciate the assistance. Can't offer much in the way of a reward, but I can tell you which way the first group of thieves went if you happen out in that direction. Jelly Bean Thieves Hideout. Nice. And we discovered the Fort of Darkness. See a splash of color out of the corner of your eye. It turns out to be a giant multicolored banner hung across the front of an old army fort. Oh, well, this looks to be a straightforward fight at least. You approach the bandits seated around the fire. The meanest one speaks up. I don't know who you are, stranger, but you better turn yourself right around and head back the way you came, less'n you want to eat lead. That's not very neighborly. Take a hike, neighbor. You fellas stole a jar of jelly beans from an old man. I aim to have them back. Oh, is that right? And just how are you planning on doing that? With words. Listen, fellas. You stole a jar of candy from an old man. This is such a small, petty, sad little crime it barely even qualifies as a crime. If this ends up on a wanted poster, you're gonna be the laughingstock of the criminal community. More importantly, what would your mothers think? I'm giving you a chance to turn away from this life of crime before it's too late, and I suggest you take it because I'm pretty sure this is not a life you're suited to. The bandits hang their heads shamefully and shuffle away. I wonder if I would have gotten any good loot if I actually fought them. Filthy bedroll. Grab the missing beans. Mint jelly beans. Bandits' meager food supply. They should have been robbing grocery stores. Soda crackers and instant grits. Cache of ill-gotten goods. Kurt's Fit headband. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. Sealed crate. Ill-gotten goods. I got another needle. Excellent. And some cheap whiskey. I'm gonna head to Kellogg Ranch. Poor lost crate. Lasso, handful of nails, and a length of rope. Oh, and a rancher's pistol. It's not as good as the one that I'm already carrying. Gymnasium. Oh, that requires lockpicking 3. You know, I think there might have been somewhere back in one of the earlier areas that had a lockpicking 2 spot. Okay, your body is still wrong. Stretchmaster 4000. Insert your limbs. Lung flex. Suck on the blast hole. Vibromatic skeletal agitator. Strap yourself. This whole place is a bit sus. Warm up stretches. Put your mouth on the blast hole and turn the valve on the side of the machine. A blast of air inflates your lungs, making you really dizzy. Strap yourself into the machine and turn it on. These intense vibrations make your teeth bang together uncomfortably. It hurts. Loose board here with fingerprints on it. I got the Kellogg Ranch key ring. Okay, well that'll probably save me the effort of lockpicking that place. It's a big ruler like a scale but for height. According to this ruler, you are 6 horses and 5 stades tall. You don't know how to use this ruler correctly. Years worth of height and weight recordings for the ranch's customers. It's the most boring book you've ever read in its entirety. According to the scale, you weigh 900 weight. You don't know how to use the scale correctly. It's a list of draconian fitness rules the guests of this sanatorium had to adhere to. Dough press. This is just a large oven, but it doesn't have a door, just a wide open slot. Oh, it's a pizza oven. Okay, purity is the best sauce. Keep calm and join nothing. I'm starting to get the feeling that this might have been some kind of weird cult. Skeleton in this bed and it's wearing weird metal pants. Yeah, this place is weird. Scrap of paper under the pillow. Looks like a torn out part of a diary page. Supposed to achieve purity of glands, but I can't stand sleeping in those metal pants. They're so noisy, especially when I take some bones. Another Kurt's Fit headband. Some Kurt's Fit pants. It's a locker and it's not unexpectedly locked. A few bottles of laudanum. Some needles and thread. So I got some needles. Dusty old diary. Give me them hot secrets. You pick up the diary and blow off some of the dust. The diary of Blank Smith. The first name has been worn away, but you can tell it was longer than 7 letters. Sadly, the contents aren't particularly juicy. The author joined Kellogg's health program because she'd had several relatives with poor health and wanted to preserve her own. She found the ranch to be pretty boring, but appreciated the lack of anything much else to do. Anything much else to do gave her plenty of time to spend knitting, which was her favorite hobby. The last entry mentioned Kellogg's death, rumored but unconfirmed to be due to a brain aneurysm caused by outrage at hearing a dirty joke, and that the author was returned home. Guess she forgot the diary when she left. Not particularly hot after all. Sugared pork balls. Oh, a buff to meat drops for the day. Peppermint drops, a buff to item drops. Kellogg Ranch workout regimen. Warm-up stretching, 2 reps lung expansion, equilibrium maintenance stretching, 3 rep skeleton vibration, cool down stretching. You find the correct key and unlock the door. Kellogg's Grain Flakes recipe. Barley, oats, spelt, 91 psi, cook for 8 minutes at 640 degrees. Huh. See, I don't know if I can actually do that, because I don't know if I've got the right... Yeah, I don't seem to have the right materials. But I might be able to do the workout. Investigate Kellogg's desk. This desk is scrupulously tidy. In fact, there's not so much as a desk blotter or a single pen, and it only has 1 drawer. You're incorporeal, so go ahead. Hey, here, that's my desk. Keep out of it. You're incorporeal, so go ahead and try to stop me. Well, I never. You find a binder full of cryptic, messily written notes labeled Kellogg's Grain Flakes Preparation. You already have the Kellogg's Grain Flakes recipe, so there's nothing else of use. Menacing ape skeleton? Grotesque anatomical chart. They've got the spleen mixed up with the liver. And because I had the anatomical learning perk from visiting that circus, I get some other stuff. Okay, so let's see. Warm-up stretch. Suck on that twice. Another stretch. Three vibrations. And a cool down stretch. don't know what that did. And I can unlock the barn. Wow, there's a lot of grain in here. If you ever need a lot of grain, you know where to find it. Unlimited grain. Wow. Get some needles from some haystacks. Excellent. Endless stacks of grain. And some barbed wire. We need some barbed wire. Let's see now. Where's that kind of fake ranch? There we go. Wagon broke on the side of the road. I thought I had... I never read the book that gives me safe cracking. Hang on. When you're done reading it, you lock it up in a safe that turns out to be slightly too difficult for you to crack, so it's gone forever. Let's just buff safe cracking real quick. That was probably more than I should have invested in it, but oh well. Will this fence work? Found some barbed wire fencing. Will this keep the cows out? No, I don't think that's gonna be enough, man. Not regular steel. Maybe if it was something that cows really hate, like if it was made of silver, that'd probably work, man. Oh, hang on. What about the silver plater? Silversmith's house. Crack the safe. I got some silver nuggets. Where's that silver plater? Ah, there you are. Sure, Wandering Sally. Let's do some trading. I'll buy a couple of locks. Never know when I might need those. I know I've got a couple of things that I've got two of and don't need two of. Kurt's Fit headband. I got two and I can't wear two. Oh, I've got a spare pickaxe. Roasted cow tongue. Shovel, silver nugget, small plush bear. Spit soaked pants. I've had those for a minute now. Oh, I've got some unrefined meat nuggets. Could have sworn I had some other stuff, but maybe I'm just remembering the spare pickaxe I had. Okay, well, anyway. Silver plater. Let's find out how much silver I need to plate this barbed wire. Pistol. Silver up a coil of barbed wire. You know what? Plate the barbed wire. And you know what? Plate my tongue. Well, anything for a weird life, go ahead and silver plate my tongue. Why not? Open as wide as you possibly can. Process is extremely painful, but I got a perk, silver tongue. I just bought off the penalty from learning so much necromancy. Immediately afterward, you ask him for a complete refund and he gives it to you. It works. So yeah, now I'm running at much better muscle and moxie than I was before because I actually have decent stats backing. Okay. I gotta check something, but I'll probably be calling it pretty quick here. You know what? One last thing. Oh wait, we'll go back to Kellogg Ranch. I never actually used that recipe in the kitchen. Okay, real quick. I did the workout regimen. 4 parts barley, 1 part oats, 3 parts spelt. 91 psi, 8 minutes, 640 degrees. 413, 91, 8640. Hang on. 4 barley, 1 oat, 3 spelt. Okay. 1 oat, 3 spelt. Mix it. You turn the mixing crank. Your view of grains in the mixing chamber blurs as it begins to spin at an implausible rate. With a startling ka-chunk, hidden parts of the machine spring to life. The glass window of the mixing chamber becomes fogged with steam as the grain is mixed into dough. A few moments later, the dough is expelled as a soft, warm lump. Got some multi-grain dough. .91 psi. Press the yellow button. The machine slowly compresses the dough you stuck inside it. When the machine is finished, you're left with some perfectly pressed dough. Flattened multi-grain dough. As you grab your dough and leave. As you're leaving, you wonder if the dough is leavened. 8 minutes at 640 degrees. You plop your dough onto a metal tray, helpfully provided, and slide it into the slot in the oven. There are only 2 knobs, one for temperature and one for duration. You decide to turn the knobs in order from left to right. Temperature knob is on the left, so you'll turn that one first. Are you paying attention? There'll be a quiz later. First, the temperature knob. And now, the time knob. The oven dings and a perfectly cooked tray of toasty flakes emerges from the slot. You got an item, Kellogg Grain Flakes. This is a bowl of pressed grain flakes that you baked according to Kellogg's recipe. Normally, you'd be proud of yourself for doing something like that, but they look like they taste pretty bad. They're great. Purifies your guts. I wonder if that just... empties out my stomach. I'm kinda curious, actually. There's a part of me that wants to try eating that and then doing the workout, but I don't think I will. You know what? I think we're gonna call it there for the night. I'll make the trip to Breadwood. Past a ghost town. Oh my. You know a town's gone to pot when the horses are drunk. But I think we're gonna call it there. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. This game is fun. It's not too much, but I'm enjoying the side quests and the humor. And we seem to be making at least pretty decent time. I don't think this will take more than another weekend. And that also depends a bit on what we actually... how much time we're actually able to invest in this tomorrow. See you later, Be Marching. Thanks to everyone who hung out and lurked and chatted. Sib, if you're still here, I don't know if you are, but how dare you lose at Mario Kart after I told you to win? You know, that feels like, honestly, just a big mistake on your part. You really should have done that differently. And as it turns out, we can break the can of beans. But yeah, with all that said, thanks everyone for joining, and we don't have anyone to raid, so I hope to see y'all next time. Later, folks.